Well, hello everybody and welcome in or welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah with Lady Axe Gaming. This is episode 2 of my Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. In episode 1, we spawned into this world and immediately went on a little tour of the area because this world, this seed, I picked specifically because it is the seed that I first used when I started my channel on January 6th. Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. That did not just happen. I was F5ing and a creeper blew up in my face. Let's go ahead and patch up this hole and I will continue my intro with you guys here in just a minute. All right, and there we go. Like it never happened. I'm apparently going to have to replace a couple barrels, and I'm going to have to figure out how to make sure creepers don't waltz in here anymore to blow up my campsite. That was a little bit terrifying. But anyways, as I was saying, I chose this seed because this is the seed I used on my very first series on this channel, but that series was on Bedrock, but I wanted to see what the seed would look like on a Java world, so I took you on a tour of the area surrounding the immediate spawn. If you'd like to see that episode, I will link it up at the end of this episode so you guys can go back and watch it. I had a fun trip down memory lane. It was very nostalgic, and it got me really excited to build in this world and go on adventures and explore this world. Then we came back to World Spawn because I wanted to build up the area around World Spawn, and I got the idea to build us this cozy little campsite that you see here, and I absolutely love how it turned out. But now we are going to move on because I have a lot to get into in this episode. I actually want to start by making a path down to the lakeside out this way that we saw in episode 1 because I have a very special idea for my starter base and it involves building in that area. So I am going to have to clear out a bunch of trees to kind of mark out where I want the path to go. I might not clear out all these trees. We might end up going around some of them. That would actually be kind of fun instead of deforesting the whole area. Depending on where the path goes, I might have to clear out a little bit of the trees. I will add them back. I do plan on adding some custom trees around the campsite as well, because I know I took out quite a bit of trees to build the campsite, and I want some of those trees back. So I am definitely going to add some of my own custom trees in the future, and I will definitely add some custom trees probably to this area around the path as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun and probably bring a lot of life back. Right now, I need to clear out some trees to make way for this path that I am marking out. It's just a basic path right now with path blocks. I don't know if I will continue with the path blocks. I might spruce it up with some other path block type, but this is just to kind of get a general idea of where I want the path to go and what I want it to look like. Again, eventually it's going to end up over there. If you can kind of see through the trees, it's going to end up over there. And actually, maybe we'll just make our way through the trees right here. I think that would be a perfect direction to go. So I'm just going to finish marking this out and taking out a few more of these trees. All right, and we're back. The path is complete. I didn't do too much more clearing of trees along the path, but I'm going to turn around and show you what I did do off camera, because if you remember in episode 1, I told you guys that I had a special plan for my starter base, and that required quite a bit of tree clearing. So I'm going to turn around right now and show you what I've done. If you remember at the beginning of this series in episode 1, we came upon this area and it was filled with trees. There was a pond here and a pond here. But I did mention that in my original Bedrock series, this area is where I ended up building my starter base. I also built a barn here. I eventually ended up terraforming this entire area. I did like a waterfall with a river connecting to this lake here. And I ended up tearing down my old starter base and I built another base, a bigger house over in this section. So what I was thinking, now like I said, I don't want to copy any of the builds that I've had in prior series. I will take inspiration from them, but I don't want to build the exact same thing. But I thought it would be a lot of fun to build my starter house in this spot I will put a graphic of the little cabin that I built in my Bedrock world on episode 1 on the screen for you guys, so you can kind of see what it looks like. You can also go back and watch that playthrough. I have a playlist for it, and I'll link it up at the end of this video for you guys, so you guys can go back and watch that if you want to. Disclaimer, it is my very first series, so it may not be the best quality of audio or video footage, but you know, we all have to start somewhere. But I'll put that up there so you guys can watch it if you would like to. But that is the cabin that I am going to be taking inspiration from. I'm not going to build it in the same spot because I remember when I built it, I really didn't. I liked the placement, but I didn't. It felt very closed off. And I felt like I couldn't expand very well where I had it. So I think what I want to do is I actually want to build it like over here. The only issue that I'm having with this spot is, for one, again, it's kind of closed off. So it's kind of hard to figure out a good layout for like my starter house. I do want to do a storage room. And I also want to build a barn for the animals again. But it's kind of hard to figure out where I want everything to sit because of the area around where I want the starter base to go. But the other issue that I'm having is that if we come back here, the land kind of stops and then it drops off down into this cave here. It's kind of an awkward spot. Because if I put my house here, it's kind of like that's in my backyard. So I'm not really sure what I want to do with this spot where it just kind of drops down into the cave. We're going to have to figure out some way to kind of either tie that in or maybe cover it up or something like that. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas of what we can do with it. I never ended up doing anything with it other than mining out of it in my Bedrock series. But I'm thinking maybe of doing like... Maybe I could do some stone here and do like a wall with maybe a staircase leading down or something like that. And maybe I could eventually build like a crane with a pulley system going down, as if we've been mining a bunch of ores and goodies and stuff like that from here. That might be a little bit fun, but I'm still not quite sure. For one, I don't have the materials for that, and two, I just have no idea. I still thought it would be a lot of fun to build my starter base here, and as I said, I'm thinking of building it in this spot here, but I do need a few materials. I think I do kind of want to stick with the color palette of the cabin that I built. For one, it is a starter base, and this is like day 1 or 2 of the early game. Actually, it might be more because I've slept a couple times. But I don't have a lot of the resources needed to add any more block types to the starter base. After mining out the trees here, I do have a bunch of birch and oak. So we might stick with that, but I think I'm going to need some more cobblestone because I do want to use cobblestone for the roof possibly. And then I would also like to get some spruce. So that means that we are actually going to have to go on a little bit of an adventure in hopes that we find a spruce forest to get some spruce wood from, and as well as some spruce saplings so we can bring those back here and grow them ourselves so we don't have to go, you know, wandering around the map to get spruce trees in the future. I just need to grab a few things. I'm going to put some of this stuff away. The other thing that I ended up doing that I remembered is that actually cats keep creepers away. So I also took some time in between chopping down trees and terraforming this piece of land right here to do a little bit of axe fishing because I don't have a fishing rod and it was the only means I had to fish at the time. So we got ourselves about 18 raw salmon. I'm hoping we don't have any greedy cats because I'd like to get at least 1 or 2 cats to sit over at my camp. I know I just said we are going to go on an adventure to find spruce wood, but this is going to be a little bit of a detour real quick because like I said, I would love to have cats in my camp so that we don't have any more creeper explosions taking out our campsite. It looks like there might already be a cat. Hey, we did it. And you weren't greedy. He wasn't a greedy cat. And we did it. And we got the best friends forever advancement. We got our first cat. And I am so thankful you weren't a greedy kitty because it only took 1 raw salmon to tame this kitty. So now this kitty needs a name. Oh my word, it's a jellycat. Oh, I just missed her. Oh, why do they always go outside of my cursor? Yay! Hello, Jelly. All right, so we've made it back to camp. I am going to sit these little kitties here at camp in a couple different spots just to kind of cover the whole camp. I think Jelly is going to sit here, and then this little kitty will sit over on this side. Aren't you guys just so cute? I love kitties in this game. I'm just going to go ahead and head out now on our adventure. And I think I want to head out this way. Which way is this? Is this east? Since we headed west in the last episode, in episode 1, I want to head this way just to kind of see if there's anything new off behind our campsite this way. Oh, we've got some pretty flowers over here. I think these are peonies. Oh, there's a water there. You think we can make that? We could totally make that. Whee! This terrain is really quite interesting and a tad bit difficult to traverse. And I'm still not seeing any signs of a spruce forest anywhere. There is so much birch and oak here and not a lot of other biomes around. Looks like a nice river that leads into the ocean. So we're gonna head this direction. This is really pretty. This riverside is full of flowers, peonies, and lavenders. That's so pretty. So beautiful. And look at that, sugarcane. You know, I don't know if we have any sugarcane on us. We should probably grab that. It'd be a good resource to start gathering. So we can make ourselves paper and books and sugar and all that. Ooh, okay. We have a jungle. That's not exactly spruce. I do need some bamboo and maybe a couple of jungle saplings. We can also get some melon seeds from here so that we can start growing melons. This is great. Perfect, perfect. Oh, look at that. It's actually another really good, cool placement for this nether portal. Ouch. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. And I stepped on a magma block. That's okay. We just burned our toes a little bit. Oh, lodestone. Oh, golden horse armor. That's perfect because, as you guys probably know, we have officially updated to 21.11, which means we can get the zombie horse, and you actually need armor so he doesn't burn in the daylight. We'll have to keep an eye out for a zombie horse. They are a bit rare, but it'd be fun to find one because I do want to add that to my list of pets that I have in this series. And we also got ourselves some iron and some obsidian, which we got the ice bucket challenge advancement. That was pretty cool. Oh, hello. Hello, zombie. You want to be friends? Because I don't. Oh. Uh-oh. You're going to get down there and you're going to turn into a drowned. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and... Ooh, there's a lot of zombies here. Let's... Oh, I keep running over the magma blocks. I'm going to get out of here before I hurt myself. Let's go see if any of those jungle trees despawned and left us with any jungle saplings. I think that was over here somewhere. No jungle saplings. Maybe we have to take down... Ooh. Oh, I see some bamboo. Sorry, I'm... Oh, and a zombie. Hello. Let's grab this bamboo over here. Perfect. We can start growing our own bamboo at home and getting ourselves some scaffolding. We got ourselves a jungle sapling. I forgot how rare it is for jungle saplings to drop. I feel like I've been here for about 10 minutes already, and in that time I've only gotten one jungle sapling. Going to kind of continue traveling on through the jungle. Ooh, I see melons. We also got ourselves some cocoa beans, and we have some melons here that we can craft into seeds so that we can plant them back at home. So that is awesome. This seems like a very small jungle. There doesn't seem to be a lot of jungle trees here. So, I mean, I don't want to take down the whole jungle, but wouldn't mind having a few more saplings. All right, I think that what I'm going to do again is we're just going to keep note of this. I mean, it's not super far from home, but I do kind of want to keep on moving along to see if we can't find spruce wood, to find a spruce biome of some sort. So we're going to keep heading east, and we can always come back here to get more jungle saplings if needed. We definitely are going to need more, but I really don't want to just sit here waiting. Plus, our inventory is getting rather full, so I'd like to save some space for the spruce saplings when we do obtain them. Feels like we're kind of making our way out of the jungle now. And we are coming across, ooh, looks like a lukewarm ocean. I guess we're gonna have to go on a little bit of a boating journey to hopefully find some spruce wood. Oh, a dolphin, hello. Oh my word. It's a sunken ship right there. Awesome. Oh, it's got 3 masts, so maybe that means it has the 3 chests in it. Ooh, another jungle. Oh, and this one's huge. Oh, and another ruined portal. Awesome. All right. I should probably maybe set... Oh. Where did I put my bed at? I'll put my bed in that cave. We're gonna have to go back for it. I can't not have my bed. And then we'll come back to this ship in just a second. I cannot believe I forgot my bed. I don't want to craft another one. So I don't know where there was any sheep around at the moment. So we're just going to head back real fast, grab the bed, and then come back to the ship. Remember, there was a little sort of like cave over here that I dug down into, and I placed my bed. We have retrieved the bed. We are going to head back to the ship. Is that another one, or is that just an oddly shaped piece of land? No, that's another half sunken ship. So there's a ship right here, and there's a whole ship right there. I don't know that I've ever seen 2 sunken ships in one spot before. Maybe I have. I've seen some that have generated with 2 ships together. And I thought that was kind of crazy, but this is so cool. 2 sunken ships. All right, so we are going to just build ourselves kind of a little platform to put our bed on. And I also want to make myself a couple of doors. So I've cleared my inventory. We are going to set our spawn point. Oh, and we are going to grab the doors. And let's see what this ship has for us. I think this one is probably not going to have all 3 chests. It's only going to have the 2 because it's half. And here's 1. Oh, we got ourselves a buried treasure map and a compass, some feathers. Not too bad. Oh, we need the door. Oh, let's catch our breath. Coming back up to eat because I just about drowned in there and my health was quite low. So, oh, we got ourselves some iron. Oh, and Nautilus armor. I totally forgot about that. That is so cool. That means we can tame a Nautilus now and get ourselves a pet Nautilus. That's awesome. Oh yeah. I am having to decide what I toss and what I keep, but a lot of these things I think I can get later at our like the oak and birch saplings. Those are all things I can obtain back at home, so I don't need to hold on to those. But that is so cool. Nautilus armor. You know what? I actually haven't seen Nautilus in this particular area. I wonder if they spawn in specific parts of the ocean. I'm not sure. They're a brand new mob, so we're gonna have to find out. I feel like I've seen them in multiple areas. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for one. Alright, so we got that chest. We got that chest. And I don't think there's any more. Oh, wait. I don't think there's any more. Yeah, no, I don't see any. Oh, we are losing air. Oh man, that's a tad bit scary. What in the world? What just happened? I forgot my shift key is my my crouch toggle key. Ah. So I like accidentally pressed it. Oh, look at that. A Nautilus. So our first death in this world is due to drowning because of my shift key being on toggle. Lame. But that's okay, I guess. At least we had our spawn set and we didn't lose everything. We're gonna go check out the other shipwreck now. Door. Potatoes. I don't need potatoes. Some wheat and moss. That's good. And we're gonna hold off on the zombie flesh and the rotten potatoes. I don't need those right now. Alright, there's another room in here with another chest. Books? Ooh, that's gonna be good. And another buried treasure map. I wonder since they're in the same... Since this one is in the same area as that other sunken ship, I'm pretty sure it's probably the same map. We're actually going to do this a little bit different because sometimes this room can be a bit difficult to get in and out of because it's made from slabs, and so it kind of pushes you down and keeps you from being able to swim up. Ooh, more iron. Oh yeah. We're going to be able to make ourselves some iron tools here really soon, which will be good because that's perfect for getting diamonds. All right, so I think we got all the treasure from these two ships, which is perfect. We can move along, and I actually want to see if any of those treasure maps are close by. Oh, they are different. One is number 0 and one is number 1. That's kind of cool. We get two different sources of treasure. This has been a fun adventure so far, I'm not gonna lie. We definitely aren't getting spruce wood like we wanted, but, you know, I'll take it. That's okay. All right, so it looks like we are in the general area of this map. So I'm just gonna get in the boat. Maybe it's this way. And I don't have a shovel, so I'm just gonna have to use my hands to dig down. And it looks like it might be... Oh, yeah. Okay, so right about here. Looks like we might have to go underwater a bit. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit off the peninsula. Oh, there's turtles. Hello, turtles. Let's get out of the boat and do this. So it looks like... Oh, it might actually be... So probably I would say right about here. And there it is. We found the chest. Ooh, and we got ourselves a heart of the sea, some emeralds, some cooked cod, more iron, gold, some more salmon, and look at that, even some TNT. Awesome! This was a good find. I am definitely happy that we decided to go looking for this treasure map. So this treasure map is done, and what I usually like to do is I take the treasure map and I put it in the chest, because if I come back across this, that'll remind me that we've already found it. I could break the chest, but I don't want to do that for this one. And then we have another treasure map. Oh, you know what? It is the same one. So I guess the numbers don't necessarily correlate. It's the area that it's in. So if you have two maps and they're already colored in, of course, that means they're the same one. So there is not two places of hidden treasure out here. It's just the one. But maybe we'll keep this one as a keepsake, as like our first buried treasure of the series. Awesome. How fun is that? All right, so we're going to keep moving along. I am hoping that we can find a spruce forest here real soon, because I really would love to use spruce wood in the build from our starter base. I'm kind of wondering if I should leave this stuff here and then come back for it, because we are probably going to come back this way, but I don't want to carry all this stuff on me at the moment. And we're going to take the coordinates, so that way if we need to, we can follow those to find our stuff again. All right, I'm going to grab my bed. And actually, I remember there is a ruined portal over here as well that we need to check out. Yep, some more iron, gold, and obsidian. Awesome. And a fire charge. I'm not really sure what to do with the fire charges. Maybe someone could tell me in the comments of this video what fire charges are for. I always grab them, but I really don't know what they're good for. So, I don't know why I grab them. But actually, I want to grab my boat, because we're going to travel on land for a bit, but I want to grab it just in case we run across any more water. Oh, another really cool cave. Oh. No way. We just found a lush cave, guys. I know we are meant to be finding spruce wood. We have not found any yet, but we keep finding a lot of really cool things on the journey to find spruce wood. So, and you know what? I didn't bring any of the iron that I got to smelt up any more iron to make buckets to get ourselves an axolotl. I guess if we find any, we can smelt it up, and we can maybe get ourselves an axolotl if we find any in here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to make up a furnace real quick. So that way we can smelt up any goodies that we find. All right, so I've set a spawn point. I've set up a little treasure chest here for us. As we're getting goodies, we can put them in here. I don't know how I'm going to get home with all this stuff, but maybe we'll have to make ourselves a couple of bundles to help with inventory management. There's no way I'm not going to go into a lush cave if I find one. Not happening. We also don't have any armor, so this could go terribly wrong. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna try and be positive. Oh, look at that. Iron straight off the bat. There's also iron down there. Lush caves are usually a perfect place for finding lots of iron. Ouch. Okay, that wasn't a smart move. So much iron. I wasn't expecting to find iron in this episode, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. We can actually make ourselves some iron armor also. This is great. I'm loving this little detour that we're on. We are definitely going to have to figure out how to get this stuff back to our base though. While I'm thinking of it, I am going to go up and start getting some of this iron smelting while we are down here in this cave. I think that would be a smart thing to do. Since we're getting ourselves so much iron, I also want to make some shears so we can get some of these glowberry vines. Actually, you know what? If I remember correctly, you don't even need shears to get these. You just need to get the glowberries themselves. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. You don't need shears. All right. I think the only thing you really need shears for is if you want to get the actual vines themselves. But as soon as you get the glowberries, you can take them home and you can start farming them at home and get the vines as well that way. All right, so it looks like this cave goes down even farther. I haven't seen any signs of axolotls. I haven't even heard them. But since I've got more iron in my inventory, I would like to go up and smelt these pieces of iron since we have them in my inventory, and check on our other iron that we have smelting as well. Because I'd like to be a little bit more geared up to go deeper down in the caves than I am right now. All right, we got 13 pieces of iron so far. We could make ourselves a helmet. Oops, that's not how you make a helmet. And maybe we could make ourselves some boots. I'm going to make myself a bucket for sure. And then I also want to... I could totally make myself a shield. That's what we're going to make. We're going to make ourselves a shield. Very handy in the early game. All right, there we are. We finally have iron armor. We are moving right along, and it's only episode 2. This is perfect. And leggings. I think that's perfect. I really don't like making the chest plates because it covers up my skin. So if we end up needing it for whatever reason, I might come back up and craft one. But for now, I think we're just going to go ahead and work with what we have. I'm also going to create an iron sword because it's going to be just a bit stronger than stone. And maybe we'll save that as like our first stone sword to put with the rest of our first tools. All right. So let's go ahead and head back down into the mine and see if we can't find any more goodies. I feel so much more prepared for this little spelunking trip now. Looks like we've got some iron in the walls over here, and I think I saw more in this direction. Oh, I see a skelly. Do we want to deal with a skelly right now? Oh, he's going down the water. That's actually perfect. I think I'm gonna light this up so nothing else spawns up here and falls on our head. And I also want to grab this iron right here. "24 pieces of iron. This is amazing. I'm actually kind of glad we got detoured from our original mission. Okay, let's go and see what's down this waterfall. I think that skelly is finally out of the way. There could be more, of course, but hopefully not. Oh, we've also got the vines. that we could grab? Ooh, redstone. There we go. Okay, there's a bit of a cave there. I don't know if I want to go in that just yet. Oh, wow. This is an awesome cave. We could definitely probably find diamonds down here. But there's also a lot of baddies in here as well, which I'm not sure if I'm ready to take on. I think what I want to do is I want to take some of this iron that we got back up to the top. And there's actually more to this cave on the other side. So I want to see what the other side looks like as well. All right, so we've got ourselves some more torches and some more iron. I moved some stuff out of my inventory. And now we can go and see what is in the other side of this cave. There's also this other little offshoot up here. I kind of wanted to see what was in here. Got some coal. This looks like it might go into a dead end, maybe. Yeah. Not much interesting stuff in here. Oh, but there is some iron. One drop. That's okay. Oh, and there's another one that we missed. Cool. And it looks like it's nighttime, so it's actually probably a perfect time to go back down into the caves. From what I understand, nighttime is usually a pretty good time to go down in the caves because all of the mobs are pretty much up at the top now. And so there's not as many mobs in the caves because they're all at the top. Still no axolotls though. That's kind of sad. I was kind of hoping we'd get ourselves an axolotl for a pet. But there are a bunch of tropical fish. Oh, we could get the fishing advancement. See if I can get it. There we go. Tactical fishing advancement. So if you pick up a fish, any type of fish, I think, whether it's cod, salmon, or tropical fish, if you pick them up in a water-filled bucket, you get the tactical fishing advancement. That's so fun. Okay, now we got that. If we happen to see, I'm going to empty this bucket. So if we happen to see an axolotl, I want to be able to get that. Get an axolotl with the bucket. All right, so now we're going to go back down here. And see if there's anything interesting in this cave. Oh, and we also have appeared to have found a slime chunk, and there's more of the lush cave off in this direction, so maybe there will actually be some axolotls on that side of the cave. Oh, we just found our first diamonds, guys! I usually like to try to light up and clear out any mobs around us before we pick up anything like diamonds. Because I don't want to be holding the diamonds and then accidentally die. Oh, 2 mobs. Like creepers and zombies. Oh my. I think he's stuck down there. Oh no! Oh, this is not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Oh man. My stuff is down there? Aw, that's so sad. Okay, I think we're going to be able to make it back down there in time, though. It didn't take me very long to get down there in the first place. So, I think we'll be okay. We'll be able to get our stuff, and we'll be able to grab those diamonds without any problem at all. Oh, my word. Our stuff should be right over here. Yes, and the zombie is there. I don't want him picking up any of my stuff. Oh, geez. Okay, that's not good. There's lag. Lag is not good. Oh, geez. Thank you. Okay, got that. I think we're okay now. We got quite a bit of loot on us. And I think we might be able to safely grab those diamonds now. One. Yeah, we got our first diamonds. Oh, yeah. And I think there was some diamonds over here. Make sure there's nothing coming up behind us. Oh, we've got a skelly, though. And another zombie. Okay. I can take you. I can take you. There we go. His friends are surely going to be following him here in just a minute. Yep. Oh, my word. Okay. And that one's got... Oh, a shovel. I thought he had a spear. And it's lagging again. Oh, no. I need to eat, though. We're going to come down here real quick to get away. Just so that I can eat. Did they follow me? Oh, yep, they did. I'm kind of shaking right now, I'm not going to lie. This is intense. Oh, man. So, wow. We now have, like, a horde of zombies on us. I don't know how to get out of here. Come on. It's like we got the whole gang. There's lava around here somewhere, and I gotta be careful not to go in it. Okay. We're gonna get the high ground. Oh, yeah! 3 diamonds. Oh, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna deal with these zombies right now. We got diamonds, and we're gonna make our escape. All right, so we've made it back up. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna move along because we got diamonds and we got a bunch of other good loot. We ended up wasting most of the iron that we got, having to make another set of armor. That is not the best scenario, but that's okay. You know, sometimes you kind of get that feeling like your luck has run out. And usually when I get that feeling, that's about the time that I usually kind of hightail it from wherever I'm caving at. So we are going to go ahead and move along. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on this adventure. I think I'm going to head back home, but I'm going to go kind of a roundabout way to see if maybe I missed anything off to like the east. And if I happen to come across anything interesting, I will bring you guys back and make sure to show you so you don't miss any of the exciting stuff. But I'm just going to gather all the important bits and we are going to move along. I think that's all I want. And of course, we're going to have to make a trip back to the shipwreck because that's where our other loot is sitting. I'm going to take my boat and my bed. All right, so I'm going to continue on this journey. And like I said, if there's anything else interesting along the way, I will come back and make sure to bring you guys in on the fun. All right, so we're back at camp. I did not end up finding a spruce forest of any kind. I think I remember that being an issue with the bedrock seed as well. Although I decided to try and check kind of off toward that pale garden we found. I went kind of back that way. And last time I remember, I'm going to have to go back and see on my Bedrock series, but I was pretty sure there was a spruce forest kind of around that area. But when I checked it out, it looked like that on the Java seed, it was actually a savanna instead of a spruce forest. I'm not sure if that's was correct or not. But I might have to do a little bit more exploring to find a spruce biome. But if you go back and look at my little starter cabin that I made on my Bedrock world, It actually didn't have any spruce at all in it. It was just oak and cobble. So actually, I was thinking it might be better off just to use the block types that I used in that cabin in this new starter base. And I have a ton of oak, of course, because I just took down all those oak trees. I have some oak here, and then I have that double chest full of oak over by where we're going to be building our starter base. But before we go over there, I just want to just kind of show you the loot that we got. I ended up finding a village, and the village had a blacksmith, so we were able to get some more iron gear. I've got all my goodies, like my diamonds and stuff, in this bundle, and I did end up getting 5 obsidian. So we're gonna have to go check out that nether portal over there to see how much we actually need to complete it and to actually light it. I don't think we need that much. We can also save 2 of these for our enchanting table when we get to that point. But I thought that was good. We got ourselves about 5 pieces of obsidian, and we do have some lava pools around here, so I can always make and mine some more. But I was super happy with the loot that we got. I also thought we got 3 diamonds. I'm not exactly sure which one of these was our very first diamond, but I am going to take one of these, and I think I want to put it somewhere special so that we remember that it is our first diamond. And I think for now, what I want to do is I want to get like a item frame, and I want to put it somewhere, maybe here or maybe up in our starter base once we get that built, to kind of show off the very first diamond that we got in this series. So I'm just going to plop that in here for now, and hopefully remember that it's there, and then maybe you guys can help remind me that it's there. And then once we get the starter base built, we will put it up as kind of like a reminder of getting our very first diamond. I thought that would be fun. And then the other 2, actually, you know what? We technically have everything we need just about to make the enchanter, because we have the other 2 diamonds and all we need is 1 book. So I know I mentioned not necessarily speed running this series, but you know, if we have access to early game enchant, should I really pass that up? I don't think so. But I can't remember if we found any books here. I might have some paper. I can make paper, and I'm just gonna need a couple of pieces of leather to make our book, and then we can make our enchanter. That's actually pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be great. And then we're gonna have to do some work to make the actual full enchanting setup, because we don't have all the books that we need just yet for that, because we need about 15 bookshelves, so it takes a minute to get that going. Unless you find like a village with a librarian or anything like that, it can go pretty quick, but I don't have access to that right now, so it might take us a minute to get that enchanter fully built. But at least we have access to early game enchants if we need them. I was really excited and really happy about how that adventure went, except for the fact that we didn't get spruce wood, but that's okay. Like I said, we might have to go on another adventure to get that spruce wood. But for now, I think I am going to turn our attention to getting this starter house built. Like I said, I'm not going to be copying things 100%. I do kind of want to stick with the same block type that I use, but I want it to look way different than what it did on my Bedrock series. And I want it to be a little bit more spacious, have a little bit more room to kind of grow for the time being, because I think I'm going to plan to be in the starter base until maybe we beat the game, until we fight the Ender Dragon. And then after that, depending on how things go, I can start building other things. So I am going to go ahead and cut to another time lapse of building this starter house. And then when I'm done, we will come back and I will show you guys the end result, and we will most likely wrap up this episode. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to building our starter base. the starter base has been built, I focused a lot of my attention on the exterior portion of this starter house for this episode. I decided to go ahead and add the windows and the points of interest on the outside during this phase of the starter base. As you can see here, I added windows and I did some like overhangs on the windows with some window shutters on the outside of the windows. And if we come around back here, you can see I added a chimney with a smokestack coming up with the smoke coming out the top, just like I did on the campsite over here. And then I also added some more windows on this little corner here. I did a little bit different of a layout for this house than what I'm used to. And so this portion over here was a little bit awkward. I don't know if you could tell in the video, but I had to kind of redo this once because this part of the roof was just a little bit weird. But it ended up turning out okay, and I was able to put a cute little window on both the first and the second floor. And I thought that this was a perfect place for a chimney because it just added a little bit more interest to this back corner. And then if we come over here, I did add a back door for easy access. If we ever want to come into this mine here, I can just go out my back door and access that easily. And then I'll just show you the rest of the windows on this side. I continued the overhangs on all of the windows. Just thought that added a little bit more interest to the build itself, and I really love how it turned out. And then I did actually do the roof a little bit different from what I did in my Bedrock series on this seed. The whole roof itself was the cobbled stairs. I was originally going to do that for this starter base as well, but then I was like, I want to add a little bit more interest to the starter base in this series. So I went down into the mines and I grabbed some more diorite and I grabbed some andesite to kind of mix in with the cobblestone. And I ended up actually using some dark oak planks, as you can see, for the roof itself. So it's not all one block type. And I actually really like how that turned out. I think it gave the house a lot of character and it made it not look so flat and boring. And then I decided, because typically I usually put my doors kind of like on the front side of the house, and I decided to do kind of like a side door entrance here, and then I added this little overhang and I absolutely love it. And then if you come inside, you'll see that I did start working on the interior as well. I added a fireplace. This is going to be kind of like my kitchen area. I've already got the furnace in here and a table set up. I did a couple of corner shelves here just to kind of add some little decorations when we get them. There's this kind of little hallway here, and this is going to be my living space. So I'm going to put like couches in here. If we come over here, instead of doing like a staircase, because this house is a little bit smaller, of course, it's on the smaller side. It's a bit bigger than the house that I made in my Bedrock series, but it's still on the cozy, quaint side. So I decided to do ladders instead of stairs, which I think works out really well. As we climb up here, we've got this extra little room here, which I have started using as kind of storage for extra stuff until I get a bigger storage room built. And then if we come in here, I added this little section as my bedroom, and I'll probably put some extra storage in here, maybe some special like a wardrobe and some other things where I can keep some like special items. I actually really love how this little house turned out. You know what you guys think down in the comments. I think it's so cute and very, very different from what I've built in the past. And I think this is like, oh, we got Skelly. Hang on one second. Gotta take care of him. Excuse me, sir. Trying to talk. Oh, can I do it before he kills me? And you've even got fancy chainmail armor. Thank you. Oh, we got bones. Maybe we can tame some dogs. Anyways, as I was saying, I really absolutely love how this starter house turned out. It's super cute and super different. I do want to add some like pathways here. I think I eventually want to have a bridge leading from here over to the island. And I do want to kind of tidy up the landscape around here. Anyways, I am really happy with the way this starter base turned out. I am gonna probably work on the interior, maybe off camera. I'll probably decorate inside a little bit more and maybe get some more chests and stuff. But we are pretty much done with this episode, and a little bit of a longer episode. I do apologize. I was not expecting that adventure to take as long as it did. But I'm really happy with what we came away with from that adventure. We got a lot of goodies, and, you know, We had some fun. And, we maybe only died like twice. I don't think I died very much. Before we end this episode, I want to end with something kind of special. Earlier, when we got back from the adventure that we went on, I showed you that we had just about everything we needed to make the enchanter. I was able to actually make a book. Should have, yep, the obsidian. We've got our diamonds, and we can make our enchanting table. I wanted to go ahead and make this on camera with you guys before I ended this episode because I thought that was so awesome that we actually had access to the enchanter. So if we bring this up into the crafting grid, and we put everything in its proper place, we can now craft the enchanting table. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of place it in the corner of this room for now. I'm going to go ahead and just see what kind of enchants we can get on either of our tools. I only have 12 levels, so I'm definitely going to need to find a way to get more XP. For now, I think I'm going to go ahead and just, work with what we have. Unbreaking. Sweet. And I think I am going to see what I can get on the pickaxe. Unbreaking 1. Oh, and efficiency 1. Okay, not too bad. I wonder if we can get anything on this sword here. Unbreaking. Okay. Well, we can technically combine these two in an anvil, I believe, to make it Unbreaking 2. But, I mean, they're not the best enchants, but they're not the worst either. But we got the enchanting advancement. But anyways, it is pretty much time for me to end this episode. It's been long enough, and you guys are probably bored to tears by now. I have had so much fun filming this episode. I am looking forward to all the fun we are going to get up into in this series. I have a lot planned for episode 3. I think we might go see if we can't light that portal and maybe see where our nether spawn is at. I think that would be fun. And we can kind of venture around and see where we spawn at in the nether. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to get up to next episode, but I know that it's going to be a lot of fun. So I really hope you stick around and you don't miss out. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would really highly recommend subscribing because I don't want you to miss out on any of the fun on this series or any of the other series that I have going on my channel right now. I think I have about 3 of them. I have this one, my Crafting for Christ Minecraft series, and I also started a Hightail series. So I hope you guys stick around. If you haven't yet, I do have a Discord now, and the link is in the description of my channel, like the About Me section. You can click on that link and it should take you right to my channel. I'd love to have you there. I do my best to keep up with updates and stuff, like behind the scenes type stuff, but I'm a busy stay-at-home mom. We also homeschool, so it's sometimes it can take me a little bit to get updates out, but I do my best. But anyways, I am going to hop off here. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day, week, month, year, whenever and wherever you're watching from. And until the next episode, I will catch you all later. Bye!